Good morning, everyone. I left you yesterday with my dilemma of running out of black beads and what to do and thinking about it. And should I start another project? Should I call Temu? I did contact Temu. I did pull my order and told them I want it replaced or refunded. They are going to refund me. No problem. It took me all of, I swear, maybe a minute to get a refund. They're really good with standing behind their products. And I dropped my beads this morning all over the table. So I used an old piece of wax that had, the little single divots in it and just picked up all my beads. So there's a little morning tip. And so I'm like, oh, it's in the back of my mind that, should I wait to finish this? And I don't want to start something else. I want to get this done because it's part of getting something else done. Oh, there we go. Here's the other phone. The best part is that it's probably spam and it's going to drive me nuts. I can't start this video again. So anyway, I was on this section when I realized there are no more black beads. So I covered this up. I used my X-Acto knife to cut through here down the middle. I have in my previous video how I do this with the washi tape. And I lifted up this side, and though there are a lot of black beads, there were some blue. So I started there, and then I moved on over to her shoulder, and then moved on up to her face. And you can see that number 2 there, that's a black bead. That's what's missing. So I did place an order for another one, and I'm going to use those black beads, and it's going to drive me nuts that I have all these extra beads and this, extra, project that, what am I going to do with it? There's no black beads. I'm not going to do this again unless I give it to, someone to if they get interested in this and they just want to play around, maybe something to practice on. But while I was doing this last night, I started to work on this last night while I watched Firefly Lane. I left off on season 2, episode 3, and I didn't stop until season 2, episode 8. I was like, well, this must be the last episode. And it wasn't. It just kept going. I feel like I live with these two. I feel like I live with Tully and, oh my God, Kate. I didn't even take my allergy medicine yet, or I'd really be. Thank God I had some espresso. So the reason why I was showing you that is for the detail, but also I don't know who I was watching on YouTube yesterday. It was just like background noise, but I heard her say, I don't seal my projects anymore. And I came running in to the living room to see, because she was showing how shiny her diamonds are without the seal on it. And even though the ones with the seal on it were shiny, they weren't that shiny. And I'm thinking, well, what happens if they fall off? Here on the East Coast, we go through different climates. I'm sure on days that it's warm, this is glue underneath. I'm sure that it gets a little slippery, the heat. I don't want them popping off is what I'm trying to say. But I also have to look into frames. So other than 5x7 or 8x10, I think I maybe once bought a 24x24 frame. I really don't know that much about frames. I don't know about, how to frame this. What she also did was she had a really pretty big, huge diamond project, and it was gorgeous, and the detail on it was stunning. What she did was she cut this edging off. She went right up to the beads, and she got a canvas, a plain canvas that you would paint on, and she tacked it down to the canvas. And she didn't paint the canvas or anything, which was interesting because she really could have just centered it really well and painted the edge and let it kind of float off into like when you go to those pools, I forget what they're called. It kind of looks like you're going to fall off the end. Oh, it'll come to me. But she could have painted the edge, but she just left it on this unfinished canvas. And it was beautiful. And that's the way she hung it up on her wall. And I would hang something that big up. I am, in fact, waiting to get done what I can of this. Hopefully the beads come in soon. And then I want to do Gustav Klimt's, it's Adele. People call her the Lady in Gold. But I am going to get that, I think, from Diamond Dots. And, you know, this is just me. I jump into these baby snack things, and then I go into like full-blown museum portraits. But, so that's where I left off here. And I'm going to continue to work this today. Maybe her face will get done today. That's about it. And then when, you know, I guess I can maybe cut here, up top here, and lift this section off. But it's like, oh, you know, I can't take that sound. It's kind of like like nails on a chalkboard to me, that cellophane sound. So what I do is I get a piece of washi and I tack it up here. Plus the washi's getting all kind of like, oh, give me a break. It's still tacky too. Underneath, like this part, I keep lifting up to look at my color key, because I'm not going to go back and forth to my phone, even though I took a picture. And so it's getting kind of, and it's still really tacky underneath there. That's what I mean. I think that in the summertime, this is going to get really, you know, yucky. And so, oh, another thing, I have a piece of, this is not blue tack, but it's blue tack like. It's mounting putty, and we use these in the schools with kids. But the same way I used an old piece of wax to pick up my beads, you can use this putty and stick it right into your diamond tool, right? And of course, you're going to make a liar out of me. And it's not going to do it. Are you kidding me? I use this to clean my tools. It usually, did it come out? Yeah, there it is. I just had to press hard enough. It'll pull the wax right out. I don't know why it's not pulling the wax out of here. It usually pulls it right out because, oh, there it is. What was I doing last night? I don't, you know, I had this whole discussion, I think the first time I was doing my diamond. There it is. It came all the way out. Here it is. I did this, you know, little, I put my 2 pennies in about wax. Like, I'm not going to get this crazy with wax and putties and all this other stuff. And I have to tell you, this wax, this light pink wax is driving me insane. I could see where it's all over the beads, so much so that I went and got a brush. I buy all this stuff in the dollar store. And last night, when I was done this section and I looked, there was little pieces of pink wax, and I just took this brush, very soft brush, and gave it a little rub. And it all came off, but still, to have to do that, I mean, and then it just sticks. It's sticky until you do that. So that'll be, you know, I guess, you know, I should just listen to the masters and get the things that I don't think I need, because I need them. And anyway, so it's Friday here on the East Coast, and it's still like 42 degrees. I mean, it's freezing, it's rainy, I'm congested, I can't talk, I need more coffee. It's really, really gray outside. It's the perfect day. If you have that luxury of being home from work, or being by yourself and not being interrupted, to just put some music on and some background noise while you complete your diamond art. I have 3 kits that I need to unpack, and I looked at them last night I got them all from Temu. And I think if you order the small, like little baby snack sizes, no problem. But I watched this other girl yesterday unpack her box, and she bought a big one, probably because she got a great price on it. But she was flipping out because they just kind of rolled it up and threw it in the box. It had no protective covering on it. It was bent in the middle. She was pissed. Now, probably anywhere else, she would have paid anywhere from $80 to $100 for this kit. Everything was in there. She unrolled it, and she was kind of like, maybe I could put an iron on the back and iron it because it's cloth. But, you know, I paid money for this, and I don't want to have to do all this stuff. So I get that, you know. I have a piece of wax in the back here. I get that. So she was kind of pissed. But she got a lot of other stuff from Temu, small stuff like trays and pens and stuff, and she was kind of happy with that. But she made a direct, you know, call out to Temu on her video, and I'll be really interested. I'm going to go back and see. I don't know that I followed her because it was just kind of running in the background while I was doing work. I'm going to go back now and check her YouTube channel and see if she got any kind of information back from Temu, because like I said, all she had to do was snap a picture of that, or you can upload a video and they will either have you send it back and they'll replace it. They'll give you your money back right there. They'll just say, do you want a credit or do you want us to give you the chargeback on your card? And in like 1 minute, it's done. So they do stand behind their product. So I think I'm going to look her up today while I work, but I really just want to get some tea and honey and just put some like meditative music on and chill out because I have a date night tonight. So I got to get myself somewhat put together or not go out with diamonds all over me. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope you have a very crafty day. Take care, everybody.